I'm, I'm Joshua Fleming.
And how old are you?
I'm 22.
23.
Oh, 23.
Josh's daily life and his future once looked brighter. With Josh's developmental disability, he needs constant supervision, something the family had help with, until they moved to Kansas.
They told me they had come from Ohio and they had had great services there, and when they came here, nothing, basically. They had a 5 going on 6-year waiting lists, and their son was getting worse by the week because he was used to having a structured type of environment, someplace to go, someplace to feel useful, and because he wasn't going anyplace, he was decompensating.
Like I said, we've never had to experience that before. We've always had where they came in, they said, you know, hey, Josh can come here. It's not going to be anything out of your pocket, you know, but his meals, and that's it. And we came here and there was nothing, to the point where we almost considered moving back.
While Josh's dad works a full-time job, his mom can only work a part-time job because she must care for Josh. The family is only able to pay out-of-pocket costs for Josh's day services twice a week. This puts a huge financial strain on this family of 4.
My child is 23, but he's still my child. And he has the mind of maybe a 9-year-old. I will always have to take care of my child, unless I just throw up my hands and say, you know, I'm done. But who can do that to their child? No, I couldn't.
You know, I don't think that a lot of times legislators have an idea what how debilitating this can be for a family, how much it can control their finances and their freedom. You know, it is overwhelming at times, and I think they need to realize that that there's more to it than just money here.
The number of people with developmental disabilities who are receiving HCBS DD waiver services is around 8,000 people per month, compared to 5,000 on the waiting list. Roughly 1,700 of those on the DD waiting list are in the underserved category. What this means is those in the underserved category are not getting all of the services called for in their personal plans of care. We are reaching a breaking point as the number waiting approaches the number in services. 13-year-old Alyssa used to think she could let her brother Josh live with her once she became an adult. She now realizes the complexity of dealing with his disability, and she knows she can't take it on alone.
I do realize that once they're gone, I'm going to have to do something, because, you know, I don't want him just like going off, and because he can't survive on his own, so I'm going to have to help somehow.
Come on, Josh, we need a spare. Come on, buddy.
But I hope I see a state that finally thinks about these kids. They're not even kids anymore. Some of them are 20, 30, and 40 years old. That they're human beings just like everybody else. They deserve to have the same opportunities that we have. You know, it's not his fault that he was brought into this world with a disability.
The DD waiver has been chronically underfunded for decades. The state has not even kept pace with inflation, let alone the need, nor is the state funding enough waiting list spots to keep pace with the growth of the program.
For many years, the legislature made a good effort to whittle down the size of the waiting list. And at 2 different times in the last 20 years, they brought it down to nearly 0. So we've grown from a waiting list of just 100 or 200 to now a waiting list in the thousands.
This video has been brought to you by the End the Wait campaign and was made possible through a generous grant from the Kansas Council on Developmental Disabilities.